Good evening, good evening. This is Bible is Red Pill. So, I'm sure you've heard the term incel. Most people that don't have a penis don't know what that actually means. So let me explain it to you ladies, if you're watching this. Incel literally stands for involuntarily celibate, meaning that you want to have sex, but you can't get sex. And I'm not referring to paying for it. I'm referring to, like, either you're not attractive enough, you're not smooth enough, or girls don't like you for whatever the reason is, even if you're trying your very best in your own mind, at least. Most women don't want to give it to you. You're going about it wrong. You're, trying to pay for expensive dates to overcompensate for your lack of game or your attraction level, physical attraction. Whatever it is, that's what an incel is. But a man speaking his opinion on women, or his standards on women, or what he likes or doesn't like about women, does not make him an incel. 9 times out of 10, it's the guys who have gotten laid a lot that talk like this. Because there's no way that you can just watch red pill videos all day and just spew out certain things that you notice about females unless you've actually gotten females in person. I'm not saying there's not a certain group of guys that can't get girls that kind of like learn stuff from red pill videos or whatever. But even then, like, what's the point of calling someone an incel? The point is, you ladies don't like when guys call you out on your stuff. And so that's a shaming tactic. You either say, oh, you're an incel, or you're gay, and all this other kind of stuff. And what doesn't make any sense is that a lot of you women have gay friends, gay male friends. So which is it? Either you like gay dudes or it's a slur. Which is it? Because when a guy's saying something you don't like, you want to call him an incel, or homosexual or gay. But then you have gay friends, so why are you saying that as a put down to one man who's telling you what you don't want to hear, but then uplifting it and saying yes, queen, to some guy who takes it up the butt? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Which is it? But what it boils down to is, I'm going to go over a list of shaming tactics anyway. That's one of the shaming tactics, or 2 of them. You're gay, you're an incel, you hate your mom, or you have mommy issues, or seek help, or who hurt you. The long list of things. All those literally they all mean the same thing. I'm a woman. I'm so used to people being on my nuts, both men and women, lying to me my whole life about certain things, that when a man finally tells me something that I know to be true for at least most women, even if it doesn't apply to you specifically, you know it's true for most women, you want to shut it down because it sounds like blasphemy to you. Literally. Even a 400-pound woman, she can be told all her life, oh yeah, the perfect body, girl, you have the perfect curves, and oh, I wish I had a body like yours, all while they're laughing at you behind your back because of how fat you are. And that's just one example. Or you're so pretty, even though behind your back they're calling you ugly. Especially dudes. I blame dudes for most of this. Dudes are so horned up for sex that they'll lie and tell a woman whatever she wants to hear, whether it's, oh, your conversation is so great, oh, you're so funny, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, I don't care about your body count. Most men will tell you whatever to get in between your legs or to have a relationship with you, especially if you're the best looking woman they can get or that they've gotten up to that point in their life. So when a man finally tells you something that no one ever told you before because they wanted to get in your pants or because they didn't want to hurt your feelings, it comes off as nuts to you, insane. And to add to it, not only is it that you hear so many people lying to you about things, but movies and television, like watching like a Black Widow movie or any other movie with a 5'2", 130-pound or less woman beating up grown 6'5" bad guys in movies with their legs and flipping them over their shoulders and all this other kind of stuff, punching them and knocking them out. All of these things have been a big lie. They've been a big lie. So when a man finally is like, you know what, you aren't that funny, then it's like, oh, you're an incel. Or, no, we don't like women that sleep around a lot. You're an incel. Guys who want to get laid, oh, yeah, I don't care. Even in my past, I admit I've done that. So I'm to blame, too, for some of this foolishness. Oh, yeah, I had a train run on me when I was, whatever it is, whatever age, in my 20s, or, when I was 19, and, oh, that's cool, that's what's up. We all like to get down. I'll say whatever. I would have said whatever at the time. So I'm guilty of that, too. But women, for some reason, are allowed to have standards. As much as they talk about double standards, one of the big double standards that's in women's favor is that you can literally say anything you want about a guy. You could talk about, oh, I don't want a short guy. I don't want a guy with a micro penis, or I don't want a guy who's broke. I don't want a guy who lives with his mom or has roommates. I don't want a guy who, whatever it is, that a guy that doesn't get girls. I don't want a guy who's weird. But as soon as a man says, you know what, I just don't want a woman who's over 140 pounds. Is that too much to ask? And even 140 might be pushing it for some guys. Oh, you hate women. Misogyny. That's another thing I forgot to add. Y'all be saying misogyny for anything. You women are like parrots. Literally, whatever just goes viral, whatever term goes viral, you just start using it. Even when it comes to things like a younger girl being with an older guy. A girl could be 19, the dude could be 30. It's like, oh, her frontal lobe hasn't developed all the way. It's like, shut up. You just don't like the fact that a 19-year-old who is in her prime, even though older women try to act like, oh, age doesn't matter. Good and well, 19 to 24 is like usually the hottest age of women to most men. You know this for a fact, but you lie to yourselves. But anyways, onto the original point, is that you say things like, oh, you're a pervert, or you're, whatever it is. Her frontal lobe isn't developed all the way to be able to handle being in a relationship with an older man. But yet those same girls are getting smashed by multiple dudes of all ages. Feminists don't say anything when a 19-year-old has an OnlyFans. You don't say anything when a 19-year-old is using dudes for her money and having a bunch of sugar daddies and having sex with some of them. You don't have a problem with a 19-year-old being a porn star, having an OnlyFans, a stripper, none of that. A 19-year-old can have a driver's license, a 19-year-old can be a boss babe, a 19-year-old can own her own business. But the where y'all draw the line all of a sudden is, a 19-year-old being in a happy relationship with a man who will take care of her and love her and nurture her and protect her. And they enjoy each other's company. All of a sudden, she's a child. Oh, no, a 19-year-old can't handle being with a 30-year-old. But if that same 19-year-old were to tell you, girl, I just got, smashed by Drake, who's almost 40. Or I got smashed by Chris Brown, who's almost 40. Or even a regular dude who's almost 40, but, he's a sugar daddy, and it's like, oh, he pays my rent, and I have another 30-year-old that does this for me. Girl, you'd be high-fiving her. You wouldn't be saying, oh, girl, your frontal lobe can't handle sleeping with celebrities that are older or regular guys that are older that are giving you money. You guys are all over the place. That's why men do not take y'all serious. And you call men incels and misogynists and the patriarchy and all this extra stuff because we're not falling for your foolishness anymore. And not only that, even if there wasn't such thing as red pill knowledge where men are sharing their experiences, women tell on themselves on TikTok all day, every day, on YouTube and TikTok. I see numerous videos of women like bragging about like, oh yeah, this is my 4th date this week, and I had sex with 3 guys in the same week, and I don't, their sperm is still in me, and it feels great. Or I had a foursome the other day. Like, you guys would be cheering it on. Yes, queen. So y'all are telling on yourselves. Even those numerous street interview videos, where there's one with the black guy called Something Truth or whatever it is, and there's one with the Hispanic dude. I think he's based out of like somewhere in the middle of Texas, not Houston or San Antonio or Dallas, but like another city. But he's gone viral for a lot of his videos, and they'll ask sexual questions like, oh, have you ever been with a black guy, or did you ever cheat on your ex, and did you ever find out? These women are like, oh yeah, I had sex with the whole football team, or I had sex with his dad and his best friend, and he never found out. Like, numerous crazy things you're admitting yourselves. So even if a man never hears advice from another man, you ladies are telling on yourselves. It's like some big conspiracy to like uproot the patriarchy, which is never going to happen, by the way, because we're the ones that uphold the infrastructure. You still need men no matter what you say. You're just trying to convince us that you're more valuable than us. And I will admit, our horniness as men is what drives us to deal with the foolishness and lie to you guys about what we like and what we don't like. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. You ladies just don't like that men are coming out and finally speaking up. Oh, and then here's another topic too. The whole male loneliness epidemic. That's some super liberal study that they did to make men look bad and make women look good. Women are the true lonely ones. That's why you need to have a bunch of fake friends. That's why you need to post every second of your day on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or Facebook. That's why you guys always need to be posting thirst traps, showing pictures of yourself, posting anything you can for attention, 24/7. Who's really lonely? Men can sit in peace and just watch a movie on a lawn chair in their living room with no other furniture and a PS5 and a slice of pizza or a box of pizza. Y'all ladies are the ones that need to be stimulated 24/7, otherwise you'll lose your mind. That's true loneliness. You aren't just happy sitting with yourself for very long. You have to have some sort of attention on you, whether it's a dude or your homegirls or a cat or a dog or posting what you're doing on social media. Y'all are the true lonely ones. Stop spreading this lie. We're not falling for it, ladies. We're not putting up with it. Another topic. Men know now, even if they didn't before, enough men know now that women only have rules and standards for a guy they're not physically / sexually attracted to. We know this for a fact, ladies. We're not dumb. The dude that's fine as hell in your eyes doesn't have to do anything. He could live with his mama. He could have no car. As long as he's your physical type and he's sexy to you, or you like his appeal, like the way he carries himself, whatever it is, all that, I don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory goes out the window. Oh, you got to take me on a real date first. You have to buy me something first. Oh, you got to get my nails done. Like, please, there's some skinny dude out there with a good size you-know-what down there that doesn't care about you, that's selling drugs or into video games or has a bunch of other girls he's dealing with, but that's the guy that you have no standards for. You're like, oh, I know I should stop talking to him, but, blah, blah, blah. And another thing, when women are talking about, oh, guys are this way and that way, and I hate guys, no, you're talking about the 5% of men that you actually are attracted to. The other 95% of guys are left on red in your inbox. Those are the guys that are getting, sorry, I have to cancel at the last minute, something came up. Because you don't really want to see him in person. It's just more so like you like the good morning, beautiful texts and all this other kind of stuff. But you don't actually like those guys. We're not dumb. We know when you're complaining about guys, you're talking about the small percentage of guys that you actually like that are blowing you off because the other girls like them too. You're not talking about most men. We're not falling for that, ladies, anymore. This is a new day and a new age. We know what's going on. We're not falling for it. So just stop. You can call us misogynist. You can say, down with the patriarchy, which the Bible is a patriarchy, and that's how God designed it. So if you're a Christian woman, then you should be ashamed of yourself because you know how God set it up. But for the rest of you heathens, of course you're going to go against that because this is another thing, too. You talk about you want equality and partner. That's another thing. You say partner, which is normally a homosexual term, but you say partner because you don't like to acknowledge that a man is stronger than you or taller than you or whatever. So you want to convince him that y'all are equal so you can control things. And another thing, when you try to call a man insecure or toxic because he has standards for you, it's like a guy that, you go out with your boobs out everywhere, you have girls' nights out, giving you the room and option to cheat without him knowing. He's secure in his masculinity. But then a guy that's like, nah, if we're together and I'm paying all the bills and I'm doing this and that, or even if he's not paying all the bills, if he's with you, but then you're still trying to get attention from other dudes online, still trying to keep your options open, following other dudes on Instagram, and he dares say anything like, that's kind of shady. Like, if you're with me, then you shouldn't be doing all that. Like, if we're just, it's, F-buddies or friends with benefits or situationship or whatever it is, that's completely different. But it's like, if you're together and you're still trying to get attention from other dudes, that's a red flag. But when a dude dares say something, you try to gaslight him and say, you're a incel, or you're a misogynist, or you're insecure. And one last thing before I turn this video off, I'm spitting right now. Of course not to the feminists that hate men. You want us to be ignorant. But anyways, one more thing. You know what? I forgot it. I just been going off. I'll do it on another video. But over and out. Y'all have a good night. We're not falling for it, ladies. We don't hate you, but we're not falling for the foolishness anymore. Just stop. We're not falling for it. We're not dumb. I'm a happily married man who has a wife who listens to him and gives him sex even when he doesn't want it. Grabs my you-know-what when I walk by. So this isn't some incel saying this. Just an angry man no, we're not stupid. Just like y'all want to turn men gay, you want to turn men into, a soft man. And this is what I was going to say too. You ladies want the benefits of being in a relation. The perfect man to most of you ladies is a man who will take care of you, protect you when you feel like it, but not protect you when you don't feel like it, and won't say anything about girls' trips or girls' nights out or you having guy friends because he trusts you. because you want to be able to do your thing on the side. If you have a guy, because you guys will say, oh, my ex was toxic and controlling. No, he just put his foot down because he knew what the BS you were on. That's what happened, ladies. We're not falling for that. We know you guys are almost like little bad, naughty children that want to get away with whatever. And when you have a parent that puts their foot down, it's like, oh, my dad or mom is mean. No, you just want one of those buddy parents that will let you do whatever. Like, yeah, sure, let your boyfriend spend the night and have sex with you while I'm in the next room. I trust you. No, we're not falling for it, ladies. We love you, but we're not falling for the BS anymore. You want to act like men when it suits you, but then act like a woman when you don't want to pay for something, or after you started a fight and you want your man to finish it for you, or lift something heavy from Home Depot in the cart into your SUV. And then you want to go on TikTok. We're all the real men. And another thing, I'm just keep going. Another thing, you ladies talk about, how come guys don't approach me? You're talking about the 5% of dudes that you actually find sexy. There's 95% of men are ugly to most women. Y'all are picky as hell. Even if you're fat, ugly, old, have a bunch of kids, you're still all picky. You still all want the same small amount of men. As a man, I can be honest and tell you, even with me having all this knowledge and even me being married, I can still honestly say at least 60% of women I see every day would be physically attractive enough to fornicate with or commit adultery with if I was going that route, which I'm not. Versus the average woman, 1 out of every 30 dudes you see is a type where you're going to do a double take. 10 or 15 of them are like, yeah, he's okay. The rest of the, 10, 15 or whatever are invisible to you. So when you complain about men or men don't approach you, you're talking about the hot guys you like, in which most other women want them too. So of course they're going to be like that. So quit trying to group men into everything when in reality it's a small percentage of guys that you like that are doing those things. All right, over and out this time.